Hello, the coolest of beans. Why did I open like that? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, we are playing something which is somewhat unique because very few people play it. It is Magnet Warrior. Don't really know what else to say other than you use Adamanticators, which is like good for excavating your deck and seeing a bunch of cards and then summoning out some more Magnet Warriors. Then you just got your main electromagnet boys because they are the top lads. I will admit this deck was heavily inspired off someone else online. I feel really bad that I can't remember the name. But still, this is the deck. I think there's at least one card different, so boom, not stealing. Yeah, even neutrals like Epsilon actually work really well in this deck for kind of binning off cards into your graveyard, which can chain with Berserkian. And then, you know, you summon those cards using Epsilon's effect. You got one copy of Valkyrian, because you rarely will summon him, it's usually just for fusing. I've got a Regeki and a Harpy's Feather Duster in the deck, just because I like random board clears here and there. Monster Reborn's very good, because with Valkyrian and Berserkian, they must first be special summoned from your hand. Meaning, after they've been special summoned once from the hand, you can use Monster Reborn and get them back like that. Nice and simple, which means that you can kind of do some cool plays there. We've obviously got a few other cards, like Transmodify, for basically getting your Electromagnet Warriors into either Adamantipator, Analyzer, or, say, Delta, or perhaps Epsilon. You've got one Adamantipator Signs, which is basically like a junior version of Monster Reborn for rock monsters. We got some Magnet Inductions for Magnet Warrior Swarm, as well as Magnetic Field, and then obviously we got our hand traps to finalise the main deck off. With the extra deck, we have the big BattleBot boy, Outstanding Negator, as well as if he does ever leave the field, you get Berserkian and Valkyrian back, ignoring summoning conditions, which is pretty good. But I mean, it has to be from hand or deck, so that's why we run the second Berserkian. We have Naturia Beast, because this is insane. It basically stops your opponent from using spells, and that is very powerful. We have Adamantipator Risen, mainly just because of like the levels sometimes add up for it. It's not too bad. It's basically just another Adamantipator card. We run Draco Berserker of Tenyi and Baron of Defleur, mainly as removals and negates. Gorgonic Guardian, again, is a very nice, basically like, can just silence your opponent's card and then, you know, get rid of it on your turn. You've got Steel Swarm Roach, just to kind of like slow down your opponent's plays. Gallant Granite for adding rock monsters to your hand. As well as, obviously, if you attack any of the Xyz monsters, you can go into Divine Arsenal, Zeus, which is always good. And then the kind of generic kind of link combo up into Access Code Talker, as well as Verte for getting out BattleBot. But yeah, this is the deck. If you guys go on to enjoy, like, subscribe, share with your friends, brag about me to your mum, I don't mind. Let's get on with the video. Right, so on to our first execution of the evening. We get this glorious hand. Now, for me, seeing two hand traps straight away, chef's kiss. Rarely ever happens. They instantly go in, show us they're a Blue Eyes deck, Nebula Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon, so we instantly max see that, knowing that it's going to get us at least one card this turn, minimum. Boom. You know, that's a proud max C play. And then they go in again to summon Cypher Dragon. Now, there surely were better options there, like number 37, but no, they wanted to go again. So they go into Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon, a 4,000 attack beat stick with 3,000 defense. A very good effect that, you know, they need to use, but they didn't. A set monster and one set card. And here with this hand, which is about to be 8 cards, we completely ruined them. So, we open slow with a Gamma to special summon Delta, then use Delta's effect to bin off our Alpha into the graveyard. Because we have a rock monster on our side of the field, we can summon Adamantipator Researcher. And that means we get to look at the top 5 cards of our deck, And if there's a level 4 or lower rock non-tuner monster, we can special summon it. So we had to go with this chap, Epsilon. And because of that, we throw Beta in there. And because of that, we get to summon Alpha to draw Valkyrian. And as you can see, the chaos is going. Transmodify Alpha to gain another Adamantipator Analyzer. We use these lot to go into Baron de Fleur so we can start popping and negating. We use this Adamantipator's effect, the same as the other one. So we can grab, I think Gamma's the only option we get here. Gamma. Boom. We can special summon Adamantipator Seeker and use their ability to excavate the top 5 cards of our deck. But alas, I think we're out of options here. Because, yeah, they're all tuners and stuff. But still, we use these two. We go into Naturia Beast. So they can no longer use spell cards pretty much. We bin off these chums to summon Berserkian. And then we just slowly pick apart their field using abilities. Banishing cards, once per turn abilities. And every card goes before they completely concede to our absolute dominance. And now into game 2. This time we have someone who clearly wants to last a bit longer by their 5 cards in the extra deck and their 35 possibly starter deck. We instantly start with an Adamantipator to look at the top 5 cards of our deck, where we have a nice Gamma to special summon and transmodify into an Epsilon that we could have got through Analyzer, but we wanted more stuff in the grave for this magnificent play, where we use Epsilon to drop Beta into the graveyard to special summon Gamma, and then use Adamantipator Signs to re-summon Beta, which allows us to draw Alpha, and then we sadly can't summon Alpha this turn, but it's fine, because if you go first, you don't usually summon Valkyrian on the turn. But as you see, we go into Gallant Granite, grab an Adamantipator Researcher, because we can special summon it, and then, you know, look at the top cards of our deck, see if there's anything we want here. Fortunately there is. We go into Delta, bin an Epsilon off, use these two to go into Naturia Beast, because now our opponent can't use spell cards. You can kind of see what's going on here, and now we just wait and negate is the best way to put it, because it turns out spells are a lot more useful than you thought. That's the spell card. Nope, gone. All at the cost of 2 cards going to our graveyard. And then we also, yeah, flip out Gamma to being a level 4. This was just because, you know, memes. Yeah, then use that to bin another Beta. They realise they're a bit stumped, so they just put down some cards. But we know we've already won this now. Literally, we use Gallant Granite, grab Valkyrian, summon Alpha to get Berserkian to hand. And now we use our Harpy's Feather Duster to completely destroy their back row. And they just have to, you know, face the consequences here. Gallant Granite, Alpha, going into Verte, Anaconda, everyone's favourite, least favourite card. Use its ability to get Polymerization. Berserkian and Valkyrian both fuse together to summon the absolute beast that is Imperium Magnum, the Superconductor Battlebot, I believe is his full name. Superconductive Battlebot, who basically can negate their cards once per turn, and if he ever leaves the field, I get Valkyrian and Berserkian back. And at this point, it just involved us clobbering them in the face. They tried to use Magic Karibo, but we just Ash Blossomed that. We were one step ahead every single turn with Magnet Warriors. Boom. Look at that. Power. Fear. And most importantly, a Battlebot. A battle badass. There we go. Absolutely ruined by us. And now I was ready for my final victim of the video. Going first again, I see my hand. Instantly go into Beta to grab Gamma, knowing what I have in mind. Special summon Researcher. Look at the top cards. Do I get another rock monster I could summon? Unfortunately not. However, I can still go into Naturia Beast, the absolute beast which stops them from doing anything. Play Magnetic Field, just to see if I can pop or have them pop it and waste some removal, and then leave it at that. Droplet comes down. They discard a card, but the Naturia Beast, it's a quick effect. It stops Droplet. They are silenced. They summon a monster. Ice Knight. They summon another monster. They play Aquarium Set, but no, Aquarium Set's not going to do anything for them. It's getting negated. Their monster is just shy of enough attack to destroy the beast that is Naturia Beast. They keep going for spell cards, but it's not enough. They try to go into a link, but how much attack does it have? It has 2,000. They use combos to summon back the boy, but he's only got 1,700. They are not able to do it, but everything is on the board ready for me to dismantle what little they have. I go into Gamma, which special summons Epsilon. Using Epsilon's ability to put Alpha in the bin, special summoning Gamma Beta to draw Delta, and then using Magnetic Field to get Alpha to the board. And then Alpha summons Berserkian, or gets him to the hand at least. We then use Transmodify. Gamma now becomes an Epsilon again. We have more Epsilons. We use these champs to go into Link 3, Nightmare Unicorn, so we can discard a Delta and then pop one of their face downs. Aqua Story, whatever it is. Basically, this was here to try and negate our effects, but that's not really necessary on this card. It's good we did it there, actually, because if it messed up Berserkian, we would have been robbed. But it meant we could continue going. We grow again, and we grow into Access Code Talker. We're getting all the special features today. Access Code Talker goes up to 5,300 attack. Berserkian drops down. They can't use spells. They can't even keep a board because of how many removals we have here. It's pure domination. Also, I will say, the reason we didn't get rid of this is because we saw it was a spell card that they couldn't use. And now you get to watch Berserkian end their life and the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, because none of my opponents enjoyed getting beat by a complete meme that Yugi ran in his side deck as a joke. Take care, guys.